Welcome back to the Olga S. Pérez Show. I'm your host, Olga. How you doing? Well, what an eventful weekend, huh? Good and bad. I don't know. I probably think it's all not very positive, but I made my predictions. I don't know, especially if you guys have followed me on locals. If you know me personally, I even have proof. I texted a friend who were like, no, the Chiefs can't win. Talk about the Super Bowl. I'm like, they will. And they did. I'm not the only person that predicted this, by the way, because at this point, whether you are following me or you're one of me, my kind of like spiritual type of people, and you knew this shit is rigged. And if you don't like to hear it, don't kill the messenger over here. No. Hold on one second. I just realized that. Yeah, I had lowered my chair because when I'm like lean back and watching something, I lower it. But then when I'm talking to you guys, I realize, wait, why am I looking up? I want to be more like I'm looking at you. So if you're new to my channel, awesome to have you. If you've been here before, welcome back, my love. Great to have you. And if you're happy to see me, if you do like this content, please make sure to smash that like button because it helps the algorithm, to say the least. Plus, it gives some love, you know? There's never enough love going around. We are living in some crazy times, historical times. Some people might say, others might say biblical times. Whether you believe in the Bible or not. Yeah, that's going to take me to another rabbit hole. So I don't know how much I'm going to cover. I will say straight up that I do have some more construction going on over here. And they're coming to finish the job today, but they couldn't give me an exact time. So I might have to do a be right back and leave the stream going, or I might have to end it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. At least I'll do the be right back because I don't think they're going to make too much noise. But we'll see. If anything, I just want to talk to you guys. So I'm going to be reading your chats. I was going to share some stuff about the Super Bowl, I got my little list here. I'm like, Super Bowl, Gaza, because of course, they bombed the shit out of Gaza while everyone's distracted on the Super Bowl. Of course, like everybody knows that's what they do, right? And then Yellen, because what bothers me the most is how our life over here in America is deeply impacted by the so-called Bidenomics, whatever. It's just not to upset anybody, depress anybody, distress anybody out, but I think that the conversation has to be had about, so what are we doing about it besides talking about it, right? And then I'm not sure if we're going to get into Putin and Tucker interview. I was going to share some clips, but at this point, the interview happened days ago, and I'm sure at this point everyone's seen it. So I'll just give you my deduction, my summary. And again, talking to you guys and you tell me. So I hope you guys can make this live stream. And if you don't, make sure to comment. Your comments are my fuel. I do read them and I will respond. Become a member on Locals, because I'm going to do another follow through today on Locals for Locals members. Because you know what? If you're not willing to buy me a coffee once a month, $3, you either A, don't care, or B, not care about what I'm talking about. Maybe, me. Maybe you're just one of those people that you're like, hey, as long as it's free, I'll watch it. That's cool. That's cool. You got your reasons for whatever it is. I just hope that we found each other and that you realize that always, there's nothing fake here. In fact, that takes me to what happened last week on my last live reaction. So a couple things are going to be changing here on this channel. Had nothing to do with that last reaction that, by the way, 95% of the views and comments were people that didn't even subscribe. They were just following this artist that I've never done before, which, by the way, this person was not an artist. She sang somebody else's cover song. Just saying. I don't even know if I'm going to mention it here, but I literally made that video on the boob tube, only able to be watched by members here on YouTube. Or you can go to Rumble and watch it, or you can go on Locals, and I'll give you all of it. But also, there was I'm looking at what's trending on X, right? AKA Twitter. And there was this thing that people were sharing about Biden posting. Again, kind of like confirming the whole, whether the game is rigged, which, I've always said everything's rigged. Everything, period. I don't take sides in politics. I don't get into politics. I get into truth. Okay? Because it's what affects me, which I'm sure it's affecting you as well, right? The prices, the laws, everything that takes away our happiness through freedom, through usury. You got, the only way to, true empowerment and freedom is the truth, whether you like it or not. Facing the truth, dealing with the truth, because that's really what's empowering. If you don't know what you're doing wrong and you keep doing it, and you're like, oh, why, for example, why are all my relationships not working? Or why every time I have a job, I can't last in the job, or they are always paying somebody else more than me. There's so many scenarios, right, of unfairness and justice. And you can't deal with it until you deal with the truth. It's not about the objective truth. It's like, hey, is food more money now than before? More than ever? Is the cost of buying a car, a house in North America? But I know it's affecting the whole world. And whatever happens to America will affect the entire world. Whether they see it at this very moment or not, it will happen. So, I predicted who was going to win. Like I said, I'm not the only one who predicted about the Super Bowl. And so I'm going to share a couple tweets about that. But I'm more interested in just mentioning these topics and talking to you guys here live. And depending on how many views I get and how many people are joining me live, I'll put a link and get some call-ins. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Gentlemen and ladies, welcome. Welcome to my channel. So great to see you. And more important, I hope you're having a great day and I hope you had a good weekend. Like I said, it's kind of hard when you knew that, oh, let's see what's going to happen when everybody's distracted. Because also what happened in, was it Austin? At Joel Osteen's church shooting, where they apparently was a female. There's not enough information. So just like with the Tucker and the Putin interview, I'm like, why? I keep seeing it over and over again, that everyone's jumping the gun. Because I know they all want to get in that algorithm, to talk about what's relevant, like what's the newest. But then always more information comes out or more clarity, et cetera, et cetera. So I find that, since I'm not a whore for the money running after it, of course I need your support because I need the same as you. We all work on the same system over here. So yes, I need financial support. So do you. So do all of us. Even people with money have to make sure they keep that money going. Keep it coming. I don't want to lose it all. I mean, some people are more responsible than others, right? Hence, some people file for bankruptcy. Anyway, so let me see. I just want to make sure everything's working good. Let me know, guys. Leave me a comment because I am live on Rumble, on X, and here on the BoobTube. Can anybody let me know? How's the audio going? You guys can hear me good or not? So yeah, there was also this like Biden thing that then I looked at Biden's account and I couldn't see it. I'm like, did somebody make this up? Because it's so easy to do nowadays. But yeah. So one of the things that were trending on X was satanic. You think? And see, you don't have to be religious to at least go, you can't just dismiss things like symbolism, specifically satanic symbolism, if you don't know anything about the esoteric. I had a conversation with a friend of mine last week. I'm like, what if I told you that Taylor Swift is a witch, or whatever she does is very much what people in that belief, that you can call it a religion, cult, whatever you want to label it, it's not the point. She's doing things that are like on par, in her performances, in her concerts, that are legit, not an act. But if you're not aware, you don't know. So I'm going on and on with this friend. I'm like, well, what if, she did really atrocious things and I could prove it, right? Would you still go to her concert? Would you still let your children go to the concerts? Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it. And that's very, very true. And that's very prominent. And maybe these people think, like this friend in particular, they don't think. They're happy with their life. But you know what? Things have changed. Things are not as easy as they were a year ago, 2 or 3 ago. Things could be better, easier, but they just accept it. Or they feel like, hey, I've made a difference. I've done a few things that have made a difference in this particular case with this one particular person. And that's awesome. And I praise them, and that's why they're in my life. They're good people. But to what point are we going to continue living the lie? Because everyone keeps complaining about everything, whether it's the cost of the roofer, buying a new house. It's just everything's a struggle. But I get it. The easiest thing to do is to escape, to watch a movie, to watch a show. And then what? Now, at some point, you have to stand up. At some point, you have to go, okay, there's something going on here, and is there really something I can do? Which, of course, we've already discussed many times before, and I'm sure you're aware of this. It's really hard to change the world or make a difference when you're just having to wake up, just like me, and make the donuts, right? Bring home the bacon. Or maybe not. Maybe for some of you, women out there, men, both, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads. But at the end of the day, we're living on the grid. We're not living off the grid. So it is the matrix. I'm surprised that something didn't happen more major than what happened in Gaza, which is atrocious, and that's, of course, major enough. But I'm surprised that it didn't happen immediate, because my vision is that this week is going to be crazy. Just like notice when the Grammys happened, there was this flash flood, or I don't know, you can call it super flood over in California. Again, without boring you with the symbolism, because you might not know, you might not understand it, and you're like, what? It seems like it's more significant for people that actually understand the symbolism versus just proving to them, this is demonic, this is a sign, this is about trying to prove that there's no conspiracy, because a conspiracy is already when you've already planned on doing something that's actually been happening. So you can't say conspiracy. It's just, what are you going to do about it, really? Because highlighting it, that's a lot of people were highlighting a lot of things on Twitter, aka X, or X, aka Twitter. But before I start sharing that, let me say hello to who's with me already. Hey, Rocco, Victor, great to see you guys. How you doing? Raw and unscribed. Since when has life not been a struggle? That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, there's seasons, right? Like winter. It's a hardcore time, right? Especially if you're a farmer, you're out there, or construction person, right? And you're dealing with the elements more than someone else. I mean, even someone like me that doesn't have a car and I walk everywhere, or I take public transportation where other people, like in the burbs, they have their car and they're putting in, you know, they don't have to wear like layers and layers of clothing and coats, long coats. You know what I mean? Because they get in and out of their cars. So that life is pretty easy for someone like that has a car living in the suburbs. Someone like me, no. A cold day is a day. It's like I literally don't go to the store and don't do a lot of things because the weather affects me. It's not that easy. And it's a pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, maybe tomorrow it's not going to rain. It'll be easier to go do my errands tomorrow, for example. But Judat Underground, how you doing? I like that. Great to see you. Sean Henry, good morning. Well, thank you, Sean. I'm sure you're looking amazing. It takes one to know one, right? No, if I'm really looking amazing, if you think so, that's freaking awesome, man. I'm just trying to at least show up like I give a shit. You know? And this morning, I was actually just going to do like coffee talk, where I just came with my glasses and that's it. Plain Jane, maybe even my pajamas and my robe. But again, things happen. Like the painters were supposed to come or I thought they were coming this morning because they've been coming in the morning to deal with this situation I got going on over here. But when I texted them this morning, they're like, how about this afternoon? I'm like, around what time? because I'm thinking I want to talk to you guys. So tell me, what did you think about the Super Bowl? What did you think about the Putin Tucker? Because now there's a lot of opinions that have been out, a lot of clips that have been edited and shared. So why don't you tell me, what was the highlight? What was the most important thing or most impactful thing? What does it really matter? That they came after Tucker? How about the Super Bowl ad where some call it mocking Christ? Now, see, I don't go for propaganda. So when I first saw clips of these ads, because I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Of course I didn't. I didn't need to. I knew. I got proof. I got receipts. And I'm like, oh, Lord. When they're showing person after person, different people, a priest, this, that, and that, of, cleaning the people's, or, rinsing their feet, like Jesus supposedly, not supposedly, but as it's written, that Jesus did for the disciples, or Mary Magdalene for Jesus. And I'm like, how many religions or groups allow this kind of shit to happen? And everyone, all the conservatives out there, all the Christian, so-called Christians, I'm not seeing enough fluff about that. Like enough, we see what happens when we push certain groups off. Yeah. I'm not saying that we should do anything negative, violent, but certainly not just make mockery, like a joke of oh, look at these people. This is what they're trying to say. That's not enough, people. No. But again, because I am a free speech absolutist, if you want to call it that, just because I believe in freedom, period, end of story. Oh my God. There was this bit, I don't know where I saw it. I don't know if it was TikTok, could have been X, but there was this bit where Kramer from, what was that show? Oh my God. You know who I'm talking about. Oh my God. the supposed show about nothing. Oh, come on. Oh my God, it's on the tip of my tongue. What was it? Seinfeld. Sorry if I screamed in your ear. Did you guys see that bit? I never watched the show even when it was big. But this clip about wearing a ribbon, he goes to this fighting for AIDS, representing for AIDS. And they're telling him he's got to wear that ribbon. He's like, no. And they're like, no, but you must. Ring a bell? Fast forward 2020? Anyone? Yeah. Let's just start with the Biden X post and tell me if you guys think this was legit. Here we go. Tell me, because I looked at his account. Guys, tell me if I missed it, but I did not see this on Biden's account. Did you guys see this? Please let me know. This was was it sent 10 a.m.? I'm not sure if it was really 10. Again, I don't know if this is real. But of course, a lot of commentary people are sharing it like it's real. But I went to Biden's account. I didn't see squat. So he says, just like we drew it up. Now, people are arrogant when they have all the power. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did do something so stupid, or his team did something so stupid. Let's look at his account. Let me see again. If I'm losing it here. Maybe I missed it. I kind of triple check. Here we go. You guys see what I'm doing? That's his account, right? Looks like it. I'm scrolling. This was also a bizarre one. Because, guys, there was also something else trending. Which, again, these are things that I've noticed. But, it's best if somebody else makes mention of it. Like the Oreo cookies. Anybody know what's on the Oreo cookie? Do you buy Oreos? I don't buy Oreos. Never have. Never will. As much as even when I was a kid, I did like them, especially with the whole dunking in the milk. I get it. But I did it because everybody else thought it was cool to do. I was never into sweets. I'm not. I'm into other things like wine, but I'm not into sweets. I mean, for me, wine would be my sweets, you know, my sugar, or even like my potato chips and shit. Everything I eat is made from scratch. I don't buy anything processed at all. At all, ever. Once in a blue, if the potato chips are on sale and it's a good brand that I know it's good, I might splurge. But like, it's got to be on sale like it's $1. And it has to be like pretty natural ingredients. No shit like Doritos or Cheetos or whatever, which I do love Cheetos. I'm like, who the hell keeps calling me? Okay. So I'm going down, right? You see how you don't see any of this? And this is for February 9th. So can anybody verify if that post that I just shared is real or not? Let me come back at you. And you tell me. Was it Trigonometry? Constantine had an amazing breakdown of Putin Tucker interview. Oh, I haven't watched them in a while. I do like those guys, but I just don't have time. So there's really only like 3 channels that I watch like religiously because I don't have time. And then sometimes when they don't post anything, I'm like, well, what else am I going to watch now that they're not posting or I already caught up on all their work? Right? You're getting a satanic feeling just looking at it. I said on YouTube on Saturday that the NFL is rigged. Absolutely, Drew. And the Chiefs would win. Thank you. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That's what? So what you guys, so no comment on the whole Putin Tucker thing? What do you guys think about that? A lot of people are like, oh, he shouldn't have done that, you know? A lot of leaders, supposed leaders. So they can have the title, but you're not leading. You're not leading when the people are revolting. You're not leading when the people are struggling. Even if life is a struggle, they're making it harder for us. I mean, come on. At this point, they're about to charge us for the air we breathe that they pollute without going down the rabbit hole on that one. That the evidence is there, but people are too lazy to look it up. What you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about going back to the NFL and Ice Spice, who I've heard some people say they like her music. In fact, I'm going to share this one clip. Give me 1 second. Go to bookmarks on my Twitter. All right. I think this guy's take was, not take, but he took the time to make a little clip. I appreciate it. So here we go. Oh. Okay. Oh. Here we go. Anybody been on X and seen this already? Well, not to be repetitive, let's talk about it.
All right, guys, so I'm not one to follow conspiracy theories or anything like that, but this is a little too obvious and it's kind of insane. So as you can see, Ice Spice is at the Super Bowl and they keep putting her up on camera, and I can't help but notice that she has this weird necklace on, right? Now, I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but is that an upside down cross, bro? It breaks my heart because I love Ice Spice. Like, I actually enjoy her music. Like, as you guys see here, they're at the game right now. They keep showing her on, and I swear that's an upside down cross. And what I'm about to show you is actually the scariest one. This is where I was like, hold up, something isn't right. All right, so this is a video of somebody at the Super Bowl while Taylor Swift is taking a drink. Right, so if you see it, you just see Taylor Swift chugging a drink. Everyone's going crazy, right? But if you zoom into Ice Spice, like, look, again, I'm not a crazy conspiracy theory guy. Guys, look what she does with her hands. Bro, she's legit throwing up. That, I'm pretty sure, is a satanic hand gesture. And then she throws up her upside down cross necklace. This is just sad, bro. This is honestly sad, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.
It's not just that when she did that, she also looked away. Did you notice? She looked either at a camera or someone to be like, I'm looking, you see me, here we go. On cue. It's not about a conspiracy. It's not about is it not? No, it's, well, we got the power, right? And this is what I have an issue with, that I've had an issue with for a long time. For people that want to be happy, I go, okay, who do you look up to? Who's your so-called idol? When they name somebody famous, a singer or an actor, I'm like, but do you see? These people suck the life out of you. They give you a little bit of entertainment. So you're like, oh, but I like it. I have fun watching this movie or listening to this song. Meanwhile, they're making all this money. They don't give a shit about you. Even when they're like, I appreciate all my fans out there, my fans. No, they don't. They're not really speaking up for you. They're not making your life better. They're not empowering you in any way. It's worship me. The more you worship me, I get paid. I get rewards for that. Not you. Not you. You can make your own music. Okay? Listen to Mozart. It's free. Bach. You know what I'm saying? In fact, there's science, not just science, but there's studies shown that when a mother's pregnant and listens to classical music, I mean, we know now more and more because we have the technology to measure it, to put it out there for you to see. Most mothers knew this. They've always known this for centuries. That what happens during their pregnancy affects the baby. How they speak to their baby inside their stomach. Same with the father and how they recognize. We've known this. But now we got all these measures. Well, with all these measures, people still what? Just going with it. Give me 1 second. Say, here's the part that I was telling you about the construction. I'm sorry, guys. Hello? Yeah. I'm good, Chris. I'm in a live stream. Okay, well, give me a second, and I'll come out. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, so apparently when my phone was blowing up, it didn't recognize the caller, so I kept thinking it was spam. I gotta go. Let me be right back. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. I know. I should have just scheduled this later, but hopefully we can do both. Let's see how I can perform when people are watching me. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do the be right back thing. Go get a coffee, tea, whatever you got to do. But don't leave. I will be right back. I love you guys. Thank you. Well, I'm back, but I got some bad news because it's gonna be. They got stuff to bring in, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll just wait for them to bring everything in, and then come right back. Like I said, be right back. But now I'm like, it doesn't seem like it's gonna work out the way I thought it would. And like I said, they didn't know exactly what time they were gonna be getting here. They texted me this morning. They said they had an issue with a truck, or they would have been here since this morning, and then I would have either planned accordingly, or maybe they would have been done by now. You know what I'm saying? I tried. I was just dying to talk to you guys and talk about, like I said, the Super Bowl, Gaza, Putin, Tucker, the Biden post that I'm pretty sure is fake, and the Super Bowl ads of people cleaning other people's feet, and I wanted to totally dissect it. So guess what? I'm going to try to come back later. Let's just see how long it takes. Let's see. I'm going to come back later, but the issue is with Rumble, they don't usually let me do more than one stream at a time. It doesn't even matter the length. That's what I'm concerned with. But, all right. Well, you know what? Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here, for supporting me. Let me read your comments before I peace out for now. Stay tuned. Smash that notification bell so you don't miss me. And join me on Locals. That's where it's at. I'm telling you. And if I disappear, because I didn't go on to what happened last week. I went off on Locals. But I got to follow up with that. And so many people will make comments like, oh, no, I saw another comment for like a Tom McDonald video. Like, oh, he doesn't do the whole copyright. Yes, he does. They all do. Whether it's a bot, whether someone manually, I go through it every single time I have to prove myself. And some of them, like for those people that love Dimash, like he's the worst. And even the one that I made private for only members only, become a member here on the YouTube, the BoobTube, and you'll see. And because I want you guys to talk about it with me, even if it's an artist that you don't like. But at least when I know that you become a member, you support me, you know me, you took the time, where other people, they think they just can come in and say whatever the fuck they want. Oh, here we go. Go ahead. So here we go. They're all standing by over here because I'm here, and I'm like, no, go ahead. Oh, look at that. I didn't even try for that. All right, guys. Much love. Stick around. I'll be back later. Talk to you soon. And make sure, give me the comments below. I'll read them, and I'll bring them up for the live later today. And on Locals, of course. All right, guys. Much love.